Final services will be this weekend. Once again, our breaking news that we're covering here on today's TMJ4, Nicolet High School, originally under lockdown due to a bomb threat, is now being evacuated due to that threat. Earlier today, parents of students at Nicolet were sent a note. I'll read in part from that note that parents received. Nicolet High School has been placed on a precautionary lockdown due to a bomb threat. Students are currently safe in their classrooms. Glendale police are currently searching the building at this time. They do not believe this threat to be credible. However, we are taking prudent precautions and following our emergency protocol. We'll update you as soon as additional information is available. We are requesting parents not to come to Nicolet at this time. We appreciate your patience. That from the superintendent of schools there at Nicolet. Something between when that email first went out and now has changed, as students now, we understand from a source inside the school district, as well as from the North Shore Fire Department. We understand students now from the high school are being evacuated and they're being taken to Glen Hills Middle School, where parents can pick them up at this time. We're waiting to continue to get more information from officials who are on scene here. We also have multiple crews, as I've indicated, out there. I want to get to a phone interview right now. One of the students there from Nicolet, Sal Sendick, is on the line with us. Sal, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. How you doing, Vinny?
Good, Sal. Good to talk to you. Tell us what's happening out there.
At this time, we were told to lock down approximately an hour and a half ago in a simulated exam for the PSAT. From there, it was eventually told by an instructor that it was not a simulated lockdown. Hang on one second, Vinny. We're just getting some direction from.
No problem. Go ahead. We're talking live with Sal Sendick, who's a student at Nicolet High School. Nicolet is being evacuated at this time due to a bomb threat. Go ahead, Sal.
So currently, after that happened, we were told to lock down and had the lights shut off in our classroom. And from there, eventually, a lieutenant from the Glendale Police Department told us to exit immediately and follow their directions to Cardinal Stritch University, where eventually we were being told that we will be bused to Glen Hills Middle School.
Sal, do you know, is everybody out of the building at this time, or is that still ongoing?
That's still ongoing. Right now, it appears that Port Washington Road has been closed between Bender and Silver Spring Drive, just to, I guess, as a precautionary matter is what I was being told, but right now it's just they're still trying to get everyone out of the building through an entrance out closer to the practice football field.
Sal, I do appreciate you being on the line with us, but I want to make sure you're safe. Are you okay to continue staying on the line with us?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you're out of the school. Where are you right now?
I'm currently walking through the Cardinal Stritch campus.
Okay, so you're well away from school, Cardinal Stritch, across the way there. Did they take you underneath the freeway then?
They did. They took us under the tunnel, and now it appears to be that there's about, I'd say, I'm counting 20 right now, right-way buses that are being prepped and what looks like searched by Glendale officers to take us over to Glen Hills Middle School is what I'm assuming.
For folks who maybe perhaps know Nicolet High School, there's a little tunnel that goes from the high school underneath 43 north and southbound there, right underneath the freeway, and that connects up with things on the east side of the freeway. So are all the students going through the tunnel then as you head over that way, or are there multiple different routes? Yes,
we were also told that no one is allowed to go near any of their vehicles, which I thought was a little interesting, and that we were specifically told that. And as you walk through the route that they have chosen to send us to Cardinal Stritch and to Glen Hills, there are random little pools of backpacks that I've noticed are being guarded by at least 2 officers. I do not know at this time where those have been coming from, or if they were just random backpacks chosen to be searched or so forth, but we have not been allowed to gather belongings back.
I want to remind our viewers, we're talking with Sal Sendick. Sal is a student at Nicolet High School, which is being evacuated at this time due to a bomb threat. Sal, I'm interested. You said earlier today, about 9 o'clock in the morning, they were telling you that you were to stay in place, that the school was on lockdown because of some sort of threat, but it didn't seem to you at that time that it was anything to worry about?
No, because occasionally around that time of day there are routine downs for safety.
All right, we're obviously losing our connection here with Sal. Sal, if you can still hear me, stay on the line here. We'll try to reestablish that connection with you as best we can. But a lot of new information now coming out from a student at Nicolet High School. He's telling us that at about 9 o'clock this morning was the first time that they got word that there was anything awry, that they were asked to stay in their classrooms as some sort of search was conducted. That seems to coincide with what parents were told in an email communication from the school district earlier today, saying that students were under lockdown, but that they did not believe there was a credible threat. Still, they were taking the necessary precautions. And then it sounds like about 10 o'clock or so, maybe a little bit before, all of a sudden, again, according to this student from inside Nicolet, lights were out in the classrooms. Everyone was told to stay there and try to exit the building then shortly thereafter. So something changed. Perhaps crews that were searching Nicolet High School at that time discovered something that they didn't like, and that's when the decision was made to get all of the students outside of the school. Let me go back to the desktop computer here real quick, guys, and I'll show you what Sal was talking about. You have Nicolet High School here on the left side of the screen, and then this is the Cardinal Stritch University campus over here. There's a little tunnel right near the tennis courts, I think, by the football field and the parking lot here that takes you right underneath the freeway. This is I-43, so you've got, actually I think it's closer to these tennis courts. So right underneath there is a little tunnel. One of the students from inside Nicolet who was joining us live here, Sal, mentioned that students were getting out of the building and then going underneath through the freeway through that tunnel and then making their way over to Cardinal Stritch University. There he described a number of buses waiting for them. They will take them from Cardinal Stritch to Glen Hills Middle School, where parents of Nicolet students are being asked to pick up their kids. Again, those students will be taken to Glen Hills Middle School as soon as they can establish themselves over at Cardinal Stritch, where the buses are waiting for them. Again, let me recap everything that we know so far. Earlier today, sometime after 9 o'clock, we received word that there was a bomb threat at Nicolet High School. That officials at the time did not believe that to be a credible threat, and therefore students were asked to stay in their classrooms, and the school was going to be searched as a precaution. And sometime before 10 o'clock, students were asked to evacuate the school building. We are still trying to confirm what exactly caused that change in operation there, change in attitude from perhaps law enforcement, as they may have discovered something in their precautionary walkthrough or search. Our Lacey Crisp is on scene there. She is at Nicolet High School and joins us now live on the phone. Lacey, what are you seeing? All right, that's no good. We'll get to Lacey as soon as we get that connection up and running. Again, back to the timeline. So it's 9 o'clock or so that this threat was discovered and students were asked to stay in place. Then 10 o'clock or so when students are right now. The students evacuating the high school due to what has since become some sort of more credible threat. And they are making their way from Nicolet in a tunnel underneath the freeway and over to the Cardinal Stritch University campus. And there, students are boarding buses, we're told, and will be taken to Glen Hills Middle School, where parents will be asked to pick them up at this time. We had